Hi, I'm Granny, and we're going down a rabbit hole today. First, what do you think of when you hear the word unicorn? Do you think of Harry Potter's unicorn with the silver blood? Or do you think of children's toys? Today, we're going down the rabbit hole of the unicorns of the sea. Since deep in the recesses of time, the narwhal has been referred to as the unicorn of the sea. The word nar comes from the Norse word for corpse, because the skin of the narwhal resembles the skin of a drowned sailor. Haval is the Norse word for whale, so corpse, whale. In the 1500s, Queen Elizabeth I paid 10,000 pounds for a narwhal's horn. In today's money, she paid $6,300,000 or pounds for that horn, believing it held magical powers to heal disease or illnesses, purify water, counteracting poisons, and even raising the dead. And she wasn't alone in believing these myths. A narwhal is a whale. A male weighs about 3,500 pounds and grows to about 15 feet. A female weighs about 2,200 pounds and grow to about 13 feet. They are generally seen in the Arctic regions of northern Canada, Russia, and Greenland, living farther north than all of the other whales. In searching to understand the unicorn of the sea, I needed to understand because different sources kept interchanging the word tusk, tooth, horn, and scientists continue to debate. All right, horns are made of bone covered in keratinized skin. Keratin is a protein that is found in hair, nails, and feathers. Horns are found in pairs on animals such as the cows and goats and can grow back. Tusks are elongated teeth which extends outside the mouth, as on an elephant or walrus. Tusks are made of dentin, not enamel, and continue to grow. Teeth are made of hard enamel and dentin and stop growing after a certain age. In other words, a narwhal's horn isn't a tusk, isn't a horn, or a tooth. The narwhal's protrusion consists of dentin and cementin, not enamel. So it really doesn't fit in any of those categories, but from now on, I am going to refer to this protrusion as a tusk. Narwhal's long, straight tusks spirals counterclockwise. In rare conditions, a male narwhal has been seen with two of these. Analyzing these extended tusks, they have found that it has about 10 million nerve endings, which is believed how they can determine pressure, temperature, and salinity. Some have described this tusk as a super sensitive tooth. Have you ever had a sensitive tooth that reacted to cold? Remember how that feels? Narwhals are carrying this super sensitive tusk constantly in cold water. Narwhal tusks have been measured to an average of 10 feet, which grows out of the upper jaw of male narwhals and occasionally females, though their horns are much smaller. Narwhals have been using their tusk to hit fish to shock them, and then they promptly suck them in and swallowing the fish whole. Some believe the tusk is used to impress females for mating reasons, similar to how elk and deer in the rutting season use their horns. Still, these are only theories. Scientists believe a survival mechanism of the narwhal tusk is that when it is traveling in the icy regions of the Arctic seas, their tusk recognizes the salinity or lack of, which can help prevent them from getting trapped in the ice. Melting ice lowers salinity, perhaps warning them of freezing ice flows. Narwhals are very social creatures, often staying with family pods for life. Some males are seen joining other pods for a while and then returning to their families. They are very reclusive and avoid people and other animals as much as possible. Killer whales, walrus, and polar bears are the main predators of narwhals. Polar bears have been seen wading around ice holes, anticipating narwhals to surface to breathe, making them more vulnerable. Younger narwhals seem to need to surface every 4 to 5 minutes, but older adults can hold their breath up to 25 minutes. During ice entrapment, hundreds of narwhals have become trapped in a very small opening in the sea ice, and sadly they often die. This occurs when sudden changes in weather conditions drops the temperature, freezing shut paths of ice cracks they are using to breathe through. Narwhals are some of the deepest divers in the animal kingdom, seen to dive more than a mile below the surface. I love that they are often seen swimming upside down. There's no explanation for that. Anyway. The gestation period of narwhals is about 14 months, and babies are nursed to around 2 years. Scientists have observed aunts and grandmothers of the pods staying on the surface to nurse the young while their parents dive to those remarkable depths. That's really interesting. It is believed the average lifespan is 50 years, but there are cases of some narwhals living to 115 years. These are curious creatures that continue to fascinate us. So, let me ask you, how magical are your teeth? Do they cure illnesses? Do they raise the dead? Maybe only at Halloween time. So, the better that we understand narwhals like elephants and rhinoceros, maybe people will stop slaughtering them for their teeth, tusks, and horns. Thank you for spending this time with me. Please join me next time when Granny goes down the rabbit hole. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.